New videos every day. Life, wisdom.
Hello, my name is Cindy. I am a yoga instructor here in Austin, Texas, and today we will be exploring different ways in which we can use the wall to deepen our stretches and to find our way into balancing poses. So we're going to start on all fours and go ahead and bend your left leg and place your knee against the wall. So the top of the shin on your left leg is placed against the wall, and then position yourself to where you can lift your right foot up and place it in between your hands. And already you may be starting to feel something in your left quadricep. This is pretty intense. So if you want to stay here, please stay here. If this is already a deep stretch for you. If you'd like a little more, go ahead and place your hands onto your knees and lift yourself up. We really want to be putting our weight onto the right side to get the maximum stretch in the quadricep of the left leg. So if you're here and you'd like more, go ahead and lift your arms up above your head and see if you can push your back closer to the wall, maybe even reaching up and back and touching the wall behind you. Straightening that knee a little. This is a really, really, really deep stretch for the quadricep muscles in the left leg. See if you can even place your hands on your hips and pivot into the inside of the left leg and maybe push your back onto the wall. This is really intense. And if you'd like more, you can lift your hands up here, straightening the right knee completely. Go ahead and lower your palms and carefully come out of this, being mindful. So we're gonna shoot the right foot back, bending the knee, and release the left knee. Position yourself to where you can take your right knee up against the wall. So the shin is up against the wall. And then we're going to pivot the left foot out to the side and in between the hands. Maybe sink in here to find your stretch, to open yourself up to what's about to happen. And this could already be enough for you, and that's perfectly okay. But I'm gonna take my palms to my knees and push myself up a little more, pushing my glute back towards my right heel, drawing down and back onto my left hip. So I'm not sinking to the side like this, I'm lining everything up. I'm gonna place my palms in front of my chest in order to integrate myself into the stretch. And we do wanna be breathing deeply here. Inhale the arms up. If you'd like more, take a gentle back bend, whoop, and reach for the wall behind you. It's okay to stumble in yoga. It's part of the journey. Go ahead and lower the palms, and if you'd like more, place your hands on your hips, see if you can, or even to the floor, and see if you can pivot your booty to the inside of your right heel and press the low back against the wall, straightening that left knee a little more, keeping your alignment. I can't quite get this side, and that's okay. Everybody's different, and each side is going to be different. So I'm gonna stay here. If you'd like, you can continue to straighten that left leg until your back touches the wall and you're finding that nice deep stretch. And release the palms to center. Drop your palms to the floor and go ahead and come out of this. Maybe shaking your hips side to side, shaking the legs out. It's pretty strenuous on the muscles. It's a nice stretch. All right, so now we're actually going to do a downward facing dog against the wall. So tuck your toes into the very bottom of the wall. Place your palms beneath your shoulder blades, or maybe just a little bit forward. Push your toes into the wall and push up. Your whole foot should be flat on the floor, and you'll notice you're gonna get a nice deep stretch. It can be down the back of the legs or even in the back in the shoulder blades. Push up through the hands, push up through the triceps and the biceps, squeezing muscle to bone. Maybe pushing yourself a little bit closer to your knees, opening and expanding open in the chest. Maybe looking forward or looking back. Finding what works for you and moving organically to find your asana, your pose, your expression. We're gonna roll forward, drop the knees, and push back into a child's pose. Just coming back to our breath here, taking rest, feeling the space that we've created within our body. Go ahead and come back up to hands and knees. Walk away from the wall, push the toes up to a downward facing dog and begin to walk yourself forward. Coming into a forward fold. You'll notice that forward folds are a little bit scary against the wall because you begin to tilt forward a little bit. And that's part of the challenge. So if you need to, walk your feet up a little bit and use your weight against the wall to help you push down deeper into your forward fold. So you can stay here pressing your palms together, or you can take your palms to the back of your calves, facing the palms in, tucking the elbows behind the knees, and use the wall and use your upper body to pull yourself in, pulling your nose to your knees. If you're not here yet, this is okay. This is what we work towards. This is why we call it a practice, because we're practicing to get to a specific place within our body and our mind. If you're here, this is okay. If you're here, this is okay. Now, if you're here and you'd like more, go ahead and press your palms together, bend your elbows, and pull yourself deeper into your stretch. Go ahead and release, and just ragdoll yourself back up against the wall. So now we're gonna come into some balancing asanas. We're actually gonna try Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3 against the wall. So to get into Warrior 3, we're going to actually start on the left side because that's often the side that's harder to balance on for most people. So go ahead and spread your feet out so you have enough distance between your feet. Really, this is kind of up to you. There's not a set way to do this. Go ahead and walk your right foot up against the wall, and notice if you need more space to stretch out. So I need more space, so I'm gonna take another step forward, reach my foot back. Oh, there's the wall. I think I have plenty of space here, so I'm just gonna even it out. So I'm gonna drop my right hip down. And I'm already noticing that this is a nice stretch up my outer hip, my outer glute muscle on the left side. So I'm actually gonna fold over this left leg, allowing the opening action to happen. I'm gonna take my palms, press them together and bring them up to my chest, coming into prayer hands in Virabhadrasana 3. This is a variation of Virabhadrasana 3 using the wall for stability and balance. From here, I'm going to lower myself back down, place my left palm onto the mat, maybe reposition my foot, turn my right hip out so my foot is parallel to the wall, and lift my right arm up, coming into crescent pose. You can have a block here if you like, something to help you keep it, you can't reach the floor. And if you'd like an added challenge, go ahead and lift your left arm off the floor and see if you can balance against the wall. You want to be pressing all of your weight into the wall and into the standing leg. And go ahead and windmill out of it, pivoting the right heel back down towards the wall and step the right heel back next to the left foot. And now, since I have my spacing even from here, I'm gonna step my left leg back and find the wall. Find my forward fold over my right leg, releasing my head, evening out my hips. And then I'm gonna press my palms together and lift my upper body up into my Virabhadrasana 3 variation. This is, once again, Warrior 3, and this is a perfectly acceptable variation in order for you to build strength in your standing leg so you can one day do it without the wall. Now I'm gonna drop my right hand down, pivot my left hip open, turn my left hip parallel to the edge of the wall, and open up, extending my left arm up. And maybe for an added challenge, straightening up even more up the side body and lifting my right arm up off the floor. finding a nice balance here. And then I stretch up the back of the right leg. Windmill back down, pivot to the left heel back down, and go ahead and release the left foot next to the right. Take a humble forward fold, breathing. And then roll up the spine one vertebrae at a time. And inhale the arms above head, squeezing the glutes to stretch up and out of the side body, and pull the palms to heart center. Thank you so much for trying that out today. We got some really nice opening in the hamstrings and the quads and the hips, and we even did some opening in the chest, and we even went for some balancing postures. So if you weren't quite able to get your balancing asana today, please don't feel discouraged. If you like and favorite this video, you can always come back and try again, so please do that. And don't forget to subscribe to the Psychetruth channel for even more awesome yoga videos. Thank you so much. Namaste, highest and brightest. Have a wonderful day.